Alright guys, real quick before we go. I know we had some stream issues earlier and all that, but right now we do have one last thing we want to bring to you guys, and that is the fact we're going to talk with the season champ, JR. And I can tell you right now, he's definitely earned it tonight. This is one he's been waiting for. He's now joining us down here in Victory Lane here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your race winner, the season champion at long last in that number 2 PPG machine. That is JR. JR, my man. It's been a long time coming, sir.
Oh yeah, it's been longer than I've even been running with this league. It's been long. It's been since 2014 since I was a season champion in anything. So this feels awesome. Had 3 wins this season, counting tonight. Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, as a former champion myself, I can definitely say that I got a pretty good idea of what it felt like tonight to win this one, and I know what it means to you, for your family, for everything you guys have been through, what you all have dealt with this entire season. But I gotta ask you, man, this is your first season championship with Pedal to Metal Racing. Tell me, or best describe what it feels like to even be able to be the top of the mountain, to claim everything here tonight.
To be honest, I don't know yet. I was shaking the whole race pretty much. My legs were shaking. my arms never really did shake any, but I knew I had a good car, and I practiced a lot this week because I wanted it. I wanted it. That's the only thing I can say is I wanted it, and now I got it. I won.
You won, you did indeed, and JR, I mean, there's a lot we could say here, but I guess I'll ask you this real quick before we go on with who you want to thank here tonight. I gotta say real quick, of everything you dealt with and everything you did, what was the hardest part about building the setup here tonight?
Hardest part about this setup tonight was the exit of turn 2.
Why is that?
I ended up deciding on a setup that was a little bit tighter on the exit of turn 2, and I gave up a little bit of speed on the exit of turn 2 because otherwise I messed up turn 4 and it got too loose off of turn 4. And ultimately turn 4 is, I mean, you have to be fast everywhere, but ultimately if you got to give somewhere, you don't want to give coming to the start-finish line.
Right, for sure there, and it definitely did show when you guys were out on the track tonight, and it seemed like turn 2, I noticed in the stream for what we can get, because we did have some technical errors, but when we got in that final stage, we did notice when you and Young RCN were going at it back and forth with one another, there was a lot of side-by-side battling, but it also seemed as though the turn 2 was getting you very loose there. Is that what you were referring to as well there when you got into each other a little bit?
No, when we got into each other coming off of turn 2 in the last stage, yes, I got loose underneath of him. That was the only time all night that my car got loose. But I made a couple of adjustments to the car that prevented it from getting loose there. Because when I made the car less tight off of turn 2, it was really loose off of turn 4. And loose off of 4 at Atlanta is death, so.
I can definitely tell, man. You definitely seem like you're a little out of breath, and definitely deserving of that win, man. And JR, you know, we've always said it before, we'll say it again. There's nothing like that feeling of being able to claim your first, whether it had been a win or be able to get your top 5, top 10, whatever. But a first season championship, there really is nothing like that first one, and it definitely has been earned here tonight. I gotta say, from all the guys and gals you've had to face over this season, you definitely have earned this one to the end of its time. So I gotta ask you, man, who do you want to thank for this final race?
Man, I've got to thank a couple of guys that helped me with setups, and that's I'll give PSN names. It's Grizzly and Ghostbuster. Those two have helped push me to be faster and have helped me tweak setups, and ultimately the speed I showed this season is in part because of them. So that's what I got.
Well, I definitely could say that was honestly probably the best way to explain how to thank this one here tonight. But JR, You can finally say it. You're a season champion. You've won here in the Pro Cup Series. Congratulations on your very first season championship, sir.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, your season champion for PTM Racing. This is good old JR 8852 in the number 2 tonight. All right, now, guys, now we can officially say it's time to end it because we do got to get some rev limit boys to get up here tonight. So we will be calling it good here tonight. From all of us here at PTM, though, we're going over to the Rev Limit Racing League. We'll see you guys there in just a little bit. But once again, thank you again for tuning on in, and hopefully next stream we won't have any issues. So we'll see you guys next time.